Hi, I'm Terrance Brannigan and I'm entrepreneur in residence at SERC. Biggest, most important part of my background was, I guess it was my training ground, was Compass Group, where I went through from a very junior manager to becoming a board director, and from running a small team in sales and marketing to running a global business which was in 44 countries around the world and turned over revenues of $1.7 billion a year. People who've been most significant in my life, or my business life, is one, my father. Whilst he was a labourer in the Hornwood shipyard, he was extremely wise. So when I had management issues or concerned about how to do things to get the best out of people, then I always went to my father, and he would come up. He was a very good reader of people, so he was the wisest person I knew in business itself. Probably the biggest impact on me was Jerry Robinson, who came along and headed up the team, the management buyout team for Compass Group, when we bought it out of Grant Met and raised $163 million at that point in 1987, but developed a business which today is $24 billion and the largest catering company in the world. One thing I repeat time and again is mishaps or mistakes, because that's inevitable in life, not just in business but in life. So almost every business that I've been involved in, I've made major mistakes but recovered from them, and recovered from them for a number of reasons, probably three key reasons. One is, when I've made a mistake, is identifying it quickly, admitting to it, not just to other people but to myself, and then doing something about it immediately. Mistakes grow with time, so if you don't tackle them, they will get bigger, and they will become more evident and will have a greater impact. Second thing about mistakes is that inevitable phrase, which is learning from them, so try not to do the same thing wrong again. But I think the single most important thing about mistakes, having made mistakes, is don't dwell on them, because actually what it does, quite often if you dwell on a mistake, then it causes inertia. So learn from it quickly, move on, acknowledge it, put it right, but don't dwell on it. I think the biggest learning from me is that actually you can make money and do good at the same time. That sounds trite, but let me explain. So in every business now that I've run, we've put in CSR programs, so corporate social responsibility programs, where we've helped develop other businesses, or we've helped to create social enterprise, or we have supported charities, but in a meaningful way. So we've actually gotten our people involved, our management team and our employees involved in giving support back into the community. It creates a sense of team, it creates a sense of well-being. It does, of course, give back to our community, but most importantly, it actually creates a real sense of value within the business itself. Take risks. That's the single most important thing in setting a business up and running a business. Be prepared to take risks. There are people who've had great ideas that have never turned into a business because they've been afraid of the risk, and someone else has taken an idea from them and turned it into a business. And the other thing, that when you have a business, if you're prepared to take risks, businesses grow more quickly when you take risk. Of course you want to measure the risk, but nonetheless be prepared to take risks. Don't allow a concern around finance and funding stop you developing your business idea. If it's a good enough business idea, it will attract the funding. People too often get hung up on, I've got an idea but I'll never get the money, the bank won't back it with debt, or we won't be able to get the equity, or if people come in to back it, they'll take the idea for themselves. Those things quite often are not true. If the idea is good enough and it's your idea, then develop it and funding will follow. Money follows good ideas, believe it. I always use a word that served me well, and that is be a disruptor. So when you go into a marketplace, don't do the same thing in the same way as all your competitors. Think of a different part of the market that you want to go into, or think of a different way of approaching that market. Be a disruptor. So take those risks, have fun in it, and it is fun being a disruptor. So do different things differently.